Now let's turn our attention to Mozambique. It's a country in southeastern Africa, home to about 34 million people and also home to a terrorist insurgency. Mozambique's northern provinces are under attack from a group called Al-Shabaab. They're not affiliated with the Somalian group with the same name, but they do have ties to the Islamic State. This terror outfit, the Al-Shabaab in Mozambique, has been ramping up its activities. Over the last 2 months, it has displaced 100,000 people. 1 lakh people have been forced to flee their homes, and almost 60% of them are children. The terror group is also targeting these children, reportedly to capture them and turn them into child soldiers. Here's our report.
Mozambique is one of the least developed countries in the world. It was ranked 185 out of 191 countries in 2021. It's not the poorest nation in the world, but it falls behind on other development parameters. And this is despite a decent reserve of natural resources like natural gas. Gas fields have been found in northern Mozambique in the Cabo Delgado province. Energy companies have been trying to extract these resources for years. But there's a major hurdle. A terror group runs rampant in the Cabo Delgado province, a group called Al-Shabaab, the name given to the group by locals who believe they are evil.
The sounds of gunshots woke us up. They began to chase people. We watched as they cut off men's heads with machetes. We ran away with the little we had. Those terrorists are evil.
Look how groups of men arrived with firearms and machetes and came to burn the cars. We were terrified, and on February 20th we fled here. We've been here for a week and we have not eaten anything. All of us who have come here are suffering.
Those people were from Chiure, a district of Cabo Delgado that was once considered safe. That's no longer the case. Al-Shabaab have been ramping up their attacks everywhere in the province, and they've caused over 100,000 people to flee over the last few months. Almost 113,000 people fled their homes between the 22nd of December and the 3rd of March. Most of them left their homes last month after attacks in Chiure. Some travelled by buses or boats. Many fled on foot. They made their way to a small town called Namapa, and now they have to wait in long queues to get basic rations from the Mozambique government. The refugees say the conditions are dismal.
I'm from Chur. I fled on 20th February. We do not have anything to eat nor a place to sleep. We're suffering.
Over 100,000 have been rendered homeless. Most of them are children. About 61,500 have been left homeless because of the rise in terror attacks. And they are the lucky ones. New reports say dozens of children are missing. The fear is that they've been captured by the terrorists. Al-Shabaab has been known to use child soldiers, some as young as 12. Little girls are sometimes married off to their abductors. Despite this, Mozambique's government seems to be downplaying the threat. They refuse to declare an emergency. Perhaps this is to prevent energy companies from getting spooked. The firms had paused their projects back in 2021, the last time these attacks had escalated. Mozambique didn't want the investments frozen again, which is why the government is scrambling to find a long-term solution. At present, there's an international force to combat the insurgency, a force made up of troops from Rwanda and the Southern African Development Community. That's a regional grouping of nations. But that mission is due to end soon, which is why Mozambique is looking for other defense partners. And with that in mind, it has now enlisted the support of Algeria. Algeria has pledged to aid Mozambique. The details haven't been made public, but will it be enough to counter the Al-Shabaab? If it isn't, then Mozambique's people will continue to suffer while the terrorists run riot.